you would end up like soft locked in some weird way. Because you're just supposed to know that the thing you were supposed to do with the video game was not play it. But yeah, I would argue that, and this is coming together the more that I play this, I would argue that a lot of the levels that people describe as being hard levels are actually just bad levels. They're just levels that punish you for trying to play them. Which I don't think is the same thing as being difficult. No, no. See, what I'm saying is like, okay, so if we're looking at it from like a broader like design perspective, I would say that this level, in addition to being difficult, has all the other like elements of like aesthetics and exploration and discovery and adventure that make Mario games fun. Like there's silly things happening, like the Chomp in the Cloud. It's really, there's varying environments that we're passing through. There's variety in the types of challenges we're facing. And even if the sum of those things means that the level is harder than the other level, the experience for me as a player is not, oh gee, this level is got a lot of hard jumps in it. The experience for me is like, oh, I wish I could get to the next spot in this level. If that makes sense. Ah, my Marios. And so this looks tough though. What even is this? Do I just need to get through there so I can spin on the other Chomp? And so I think that you would find that with a level like this, players are more likely to stick with it, to actually learn it, and to get to the point where they're able to beat it than your other level, which is a little bit more stark. Now, I mean, obviously, some of it comes down to like aesthetics. Like you just like the things that you like, and if you like levels that are just like empty boxes of difficult platforms to jump through, and like high level tricks, like that's 100% completely okay. But oh, come on. Mixing the two in Mario Maker 1. But yeah, I would argue that like overall, like a level that has both components is superior. The thing that I would compare them to, and maybe this is familiar to Brad, is like the idea of like an improviser's tune in jazz. Like there's certain songs in jazz where like the melody is kind of irrelevant because the songs are intended just for vehicles for people to improvise, to like show off their technical skill on their instrument. And there's these tunes where like the melody lasts 8 seconds and then there's 15 minutes of solos kind of thing, and you sort of just get them like out of the way because you just kind of have to play the melody because you're not like, those are the rules. You're not allowed to not play the melody to tunes. You can't just like start blowing. Anyways, at the time a lot of those recordings were made, you weren't allowed to just get on the bandstand and just start improvising. You had to start with a melody. And so a lot of those like improviser songs that are written by people who just want something to blow over are really, really, really straightforward, or they're melodies that are simple that are based off of popular tunes that people would have already known all the chord changes to, so they don't need to learn anything new in order to like blow over this new song. So I think that that's sort of like for me, a parallel that makes sense in some of like the really hard levels where they're like completely devoid of any like actual like stuff other than like mechanics for you to interact with. They're just a series of difficult jumps to like show off your shtick, which is fine. But I think it's like a why not both type scenario where you can both create levels with interesting stories, things to explore, nice things to look at, and you can also create difficult jumps in them. And I would argue that the majority of the time, every part of the audience is better off with the latter, and only a very select few of like in-crowd people benefit from the former. So that's my rant. That's my diatribe. Right. Super hard pro skill jumps. Yeah, the other thing is like the Mario Maker crowd is weird. This is a crowd where people are like actively making, like, I mean, you've seen it. People come into chat and like actually say like, I have made garbage you will hate. Will you play it? Right? You know what I mean? So that's kind of where we're at. Hey, I needed the... okay. Part of it is the audience, right? Like, I think towards the end of oh Lord. Yeah, I think towards the end of like, especially Mario Maker 1's life, because of the way that like discovery worked, like the game was basically only serving an extremely hardcore crowd. I guess I got spin jump again. Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, I think a lot of people like are trying to like get a laugh out of the streamer, right? Like, oh, I made this pile of garbage level and the streamer got so angry at it, and I won 1,000 internet points. And I got a big internet wee-wee. The other thing is like there's a lot of people on the internet, right? Like, a lot of people are just legit kids, which is cool. This is fine. There's no problem with that. Kids will be kids. This is hard. This level's not easy. Which is fine, you know. I'm here playing games online with folks, and it's sort of a public forum, right? More or less anybody is welcome to come hang out, and I don't begrudge them. And if people's idea of sport is to try to get the best of me, I will play along. Oh God. You know what I mean? Like I play all the levels. I don't turn anybody down. But I also don't get tilted by them, right? Like, I don't know. Do you remember me getting like super frustrated with a level and raging out and anything like that? Mostly I just get disappointed. It's just like another one of these, eh? Goody. Hey, Fox and Cold Paws. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for following. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to meet you, hopefully. Maybe. If you want to follow and lurk, that's fine too. you don't have to join in our lively debate about the specific type of problem that Mario Maker level creators have. My Chomp challenges I mainly made to test myself. Yeah, no, these are great levels. These are definitely difficult. Like, this is hard. But I think this level specifically... Hey! Hey! Welcome to the channel. It's good to have you here. It's always better playing together. If you know what I mean? Of all the levels that I've... Of this, like, challenging series that you've sent me, Zocan, I would say that this one's the best. And I am starting to agree that it does look like it's the hardest. But, like... I hope you see what I'm trying to... I hope I'm clear now. Like, what I'm trying to get across is it's like... The difficulty for me, anyways, is not the thing that ever holds me back, right? It's just the presentation. Like, there's a difference between something that's challenging and rewarding and something that's just punishing. You know what I mean? Like, if I wanted to do something really difficult with my time, I would just try to go back and smash down the brick wall behind my building with my skull, right? Like, that would be very difficult, but it would offer me absolutely no reward. There's no reason to do that. And so, even though this level is extremely difficult, for me anyways, I don't know how many times I've failed this one section, repeatedly, it's... right? It's well put together. It's clear that you put a lot of care into it, and it's also like sensibly difficult, right? Like, I know what I'm doing wrong. I can see the errors I'm making, and even if I can't do it right, like, I know how I should, and it gives me something to work towards. And while I do it, I have something nice to look at. Like, you know, a concept I really believe in this is like the idea of building trust between the designer or the level designer and the player. You know, we're sort of, when you send a level, and I mean generally, not to me specifically, but when you send a level to a player, right, like, it's like you're entering in an agreement that if they trust you with your time, then you're going to, like, take them on a journey and show them something fun. And, you know, all these nice little touches add to that and develop that sense of trust. So, like, I have a willingness to see the next part of the level and try to learn the thing and get better, because I believe that beyond this next jump, there's going to be some thing that I'm glad I didn't miss. No. You can butt slide and kill Chomp. Just like in real life. How you doing, Fox McCloud Paws? Welcome to the channel. What brings you out this evening? Or day, or whatever time it is in your time zone. I guess I just have to wait for it to come up. This is hard. This is hard. Zocan. I'll get it. My name's Liam. I like video games. I like games where I can collaborate with the audience a lot. So Mario Maker is perfect for me. I also like speedrun. I got the world record for the speedrun of Cradle Scoot any % today. I beat the previous world record, which I also held, by about 3 minutes, which is pretty cool. Plenty of time savings there. Right now we're playing a level by Zocan, who's in the chat. And it's a very good but very difficult level. Imagine if this game could play Mario Maker 1 levels. I don't know. What am I doing wrong here? Yeah, or if you could like import them somehow. So it wasn't necessarily like they all just got moved over, but like if you went into your Mario Maker account or your profile or whatever and you chose to upload them or transfer them, that would be sweet. Because there's a lot of good stuff up there. This is so hard. This is so hard. But I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of reasons why you can't. Just like the two game engines not talking to each other well. This part right here. All right, in the pipe, baby. Okay. Oh yeah. Come on. Come on. Where's the flag? No! Yoshel. Alright, I got my baby back. My baby back. Alright. That wasn't right, I guess. I did it bad. Oh, okay, here we are. Yeah, but this isn't the same as Photoshop. This is... I agree with you, Brad. I think you're right, but I also know why. Oh, I could have gotten that. Not anymore. I was too impatient. Okay, yeah, that's cool. No, Yoshi, get back. I need you. I need you, baby. Mushroom? Does fire melt? No. Fire... What? I thought I was on Yoshi. No! There's a kernel of truth here. Yes, absolutely, I believe. If the fine folks at Nintendo decided that that was a priority for them, they by absolutely more than could allow that. But... I don't know. I don't think anybody ever really expected that of Nintendo to do that. Yeah, exactly. Yoshi 1, Luigi 1,000,000. Yeah, it would be really cool. That feature is like would mostly be enjoyed by the complete degenerate fans of Mario Maker, though, rather than the broad Mario Maker audience. So, a 1-up. I can play this level again now. That was weird. Oh, that's what's killing Yoshi. That's funny. Poor Yoshi. Well, we're going now. F. I don't know why I thought I was safe there. A re-implementation of the Mario Maker 1 engine? Or a re-implementation of the engine that's in this game? For like Mega Man Maker or Sonic Maker. I would love, like, the whole like X-Maker genre is so ripe for ideas. Like, a game that would rock is like a Mario Kart Maker. What on God's green earth is happening? Both. I could get into that. I tried. I tried. No! What's down there? That's what I want to know. A fan realization. That I want to see. Something that's able to, yeah, as you say, scum all the levels off. Rip them clean. That, I think, is more likely. I'm sure people are working on that as you speak. Some way of getting into the server and gaining access to that content. F me. We gotta get that one up. Just for morale. Just give me something. Ah, physics boost. Just a feather. How do you get it? Yeah. Of all the games that Nintendo will never actually make, but I would buy the most, would be like a Mario Kart maker. I think racing game levels are harder to make than platformers, and I think that the things that the Super Mario the things that the community would make with a Mario Kart maker would be abominable. You would just see, like, playing like an endless mode or like playing like a super expert Grand Prix or whatever would just be, I think, the biggest waste of anyone's time. But it would be cool. Yeah, it's good. It's fun. Making racing stuff is cool. But yeah, I have no faith in like the general public's ability to make levels for a racing game. Zero faith. Sorry. Sorry if I sound pessimistic. But racing levels have a whole degree of complexity. Yeah, absolutely. I used to rent a copy of that from my local game store, like maybe once every 6 months. I just liked the way that it looked. It just was cool. F. I think Trackmania. I'll have to take a look into that. I would really dig like getting like organizing like a racing season with viewers and holding like race days and stuff where like everyone comes out and we can. Oh, I might be thinking of Stunt Racer FX for the Super Nintendo. Do you like racing games? F. Do you like racing games, Brad, or Zocan, or anybody? Also known as 4G Stunt Drive Racing Sports. Stunt. Oh, the video game thing didn't work in that thing. That's funny. Yeah, I've never heard of this Trackmania thing, but the idea of playing a racing game with a good level editor is very enticing to me. I think it would be really fun to create little like GPs and then play them with viewers, and then like have a silly like race season and keep track of like the standings and all that kind of thing. I'd be into that. Mario Kart, the old Need for Speed, for sure. I don't really like Mario Kart 8. I only bought it because it's like one of those games that like you need to have if you want to have friends over to play video games, because people always want to play it. But I find the rubber banding and like the catch-up mechanics and like all the just the random jank really frustrating in a racing game. And I have to like remind myself that Mario Kart 8 is not actually a racing game. Hell, it was great at parties. It's a party game. It's not a racing game. Let's be real. Or it's like arcade racing or whatever you want to call it. The thing is I really like racing games, like where you race. And I just don't have that part of me that allows me to smile when you get hit by a lightning bolt and a blue shell when you're in first. Burnout 3, yeah. That stuff's fun. Oh, did the Chomp get killed by an icicle? That's amazing. Wipeout HD? No. I wanna ride that cloud over now. Yes, come to me, my chariot. Whee! No, go this way. I'm okay with like arcade racers, like Ridge Racer and whatnot. Like that stuff's fine. It's okay if like the physics aren't like real. Like I'm not saying like Gran Turismo or bust. Or not, Gran Turismo's not even the closest, like Forza or bust or whatever. But die in a fire. Oh my lord, I got killed by the post. I didn't even get killed by the chain chomp, I got killed by the post. So close to the end. Yeah, so like I just feel like in a racing game, the person who drives the fastest should win. It's just a belief I have. I don't know if that's unconventional. And it frustrates me that that's not how Mario Kart works. It's a good game, and I don't begrudge anybody for liking it. It's just I've got a bone to pick with it perennially, so. Yoshi got killed by the post as well. Alright, I think I'm on the hour. I'm gonna leave the stream for the night. This has been a good one, but I've been at it for a while. Hopefully I can beat this level by then, but I got stuff I gotta do tomorrow, so I'll have to sleep. And well, it looks like we're gonna have to make this a regular thing, Zocan. You're gonna go play Mario Maker 1 and upload some levels for me? Yeah, streaming. Oh, I did it again. Streaming Mario Maker 1. Just to be argumentative. Just to be difficult. Zocan and Brad. If I guess people need to own copies of Trackmania in order to play my GP. But let's assume you had copies of Trackmania already. Would that be the kind of thing that you'd be interested in doing? Is playing in a fan run race series? F. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing from Brad. Brad's a pretty good, reliable source. Brad hasn't led me wrong in the past. F this effing James Chomp. I'm more or less safe now, I think. To victory! Oh, I did it just in time. Awesome, that was a great level.